Hello, Tina here. If you haven't met me, allow me to reintroduce myself. So, my name is Tina Raffa-FOREVER, creator of Sober Fit. I help women get sober, stay sober, get fit too. I sponsor women and coach them too. However, I have a bigger calling, which is the star on my chest, which I now know because I've been blessed by the best. I was created from the stars, as so were you. We were all created from stars and are meant to be a star, shine like a star, and whatever God has called you to do. In this video today, I've been thinking what to say. What message would be most helpful to those of you today? This video is not for my family. It's not for my husband. I have a husband that I adore. This message is to help people around the world more. I feel I've been called to help millions, make millions, being valuable to people, not for selfish reasons. And really, what came to my heart was to do my part today was people that have a lot of money, people that are struggling to hold marriages together. My husband and I have been really blessed to walk through some difficult stuff and stay together. And that's not an easy feat. And I believe when you've healed from something, you have a duty to help others too. And knowing that over 50% of marriages end in divorce, I have a duty to share with you what worked for me recently. I'm not dredging up the past. I need to share what worked so that other marriages can last too. I noticed that men that are really wealthy, it seems like they have a hard time holding on to relationships and making marriages work. Some, a lot, not all. The ones that do fall, it's because they put money above it all, and they don't have these core values. They don't stick to their core values, and they resort to games to make money out of fear, and they won't be honest with themselves about their fear. So instead of drawing God near, they resort to worldly things instead of really being vulnerable and listening to their heart. So that's where you start, is in your heart, and having some core values and some integrity. Dishonesty is the number one reason men fall, and women too. However, today this message is for you. That dishonesty makes you fall, most of all. Dishonesty with yourself, dishonesty with others, dishonesty by omission, by holding things back that ought to be shared with another human being and God above. Making it a priority. What really, really finally worked for me. I've been married 3 times, but this third one is the longest in my forever. And I know a huge difference this time is not reacting out of anger, really choosing to stay sober and cling to my values of honesty and lack of selfishness and service and adhering to the universal laws that God has put on my heart is what helped us not to part. I know God is the final judge. I never know what's going to happen in the future, but today I know in my heart of hearts that because I clung to my core values and the God above and love and followed that our marriage is still intact because of that. God has done miracles in our marriage because of where we're at. And we've been attacked by the enemy. We've been attacked by outside things, our own selfish behaviors, our own ways. We've fallen short. But when you're authentically you and you hold your word, you know to the core what you're supposed to do, and you genuinely follow that with all your heart and soul, then God meets you there too and does for you what you aren't able to do for yourself. And meeting my best partner started years ago. After 2 failed marriages, I decided, okay, I'm going to really do things different and really go for the best. Decided I'm worth the best, and I picked the best, even though it wasn't the best of circumstances. I listened to my heart and just did my part and walked through the fear of picking the best person for me, even though it wasn't perfect and there was lots of adversity. I just clung to what I knew. It's not always perfect. It's not walk in sunshine when you meet that person. God's time doesn't always seem aligned, but you just got to listen to the voice in your heart. That's where you start to find the right partner. Stick to your core values. Don't cheat, don't lie, don't use vices. Find someone who has those values too, and God will line it up for you through and through. That's what you got to do.